Hey, what's up, good people? It's Goldie here, and I'm just coming on real quick to do a reflection of my experience now that I have officially completed part two of the beginner's basics stepping class with Chalk James. Now, if y'all remember my first review, I was real excited to go into part two. So that was 8 weeks in. So now I come to you after completing week 16 and officially completing part two, and I can say that my excitement is no less, if not more, than it was at the time I brought to you my first class reflection. I just want to say, for those who are not familiar with my first video, I am 50 years old. I just turned 50 in November. I have never stepped a day in my life, and so I came into this with zero experience. And I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and there's not been a steppers community here. I think north of me in DC, they have some stuff going on, and I think like in the Norfolk area, they have it, but I have not seen any type of activity for steppers or anything here where I am. So the online class was something, it was ideal for me as a business owner who keeps weird hours. Okay, so it would be nothing for me to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning practicing, my homework so that I can submit. And it worked for me. So the online format, although I know it can be intimidating to people, I'm telling you, it is the way to go for a steppers class. Like for learning dance, I never thought I would say that. But the reason why I say that is because when you go to class, I talked about this a little bit before, when you go to a live class, you're at the mercy of everyone and their mama who is in that class trying to learn from that one or two instructors that's there. So hopefully everyone fits in a box and they kind of catch on at the same pace. But if you know me as the educator that I am, I understand that people learn differently at different paces, and this is no different. So to me, the benefit of taking an online class is that you get to run it back, first of all, when it's convenient for you, what works for your schedule. You can use the pause button, you can use the still button, you can replay as much as you need to, and you don't have to worry about people looking at you like, girl, you slow. Why are you taking so long to get this? Because let me tell you, there were a few things where I probably had to run something back no short of at least 100 times just for me to figure it out. Because one, I'm trying to figure out what it is that I'm being instructed to do, and I'm looking at the demonstration, and sometimes the movement is so smooth and it's so fast. It's like, wait a minute, what she do with her left foot? What did he do with his right foot? So I had to run some things back quite a bit just to get my own body placement in place. But once I would get it, I was fine. So pausing, you can slow that thing down as much as you need to, and then you can run it back. That you can't do that in an in-person class. I don't care what anybody says, oh, well, I'm more of a hands-on person. Listen, it is hands-on, because if you're sitting right there looking at the TV or your computer screen, you can pause it, you can stare at it, you can put yourself in the same type of position that the person is in, and you can literally mimic exactly what you see so that you get it. And then the key is to practice. So I'm just here to say, do not let technology keep you from learning something you have always wanted to do. I've always wanted to learn how to step. And I really can say, after completing part two, I feel like I can share them a little bit. Now, I'm going to be nervous, I'm sure, whenever I get to go to my first Steppers event, and hopefully the Steppers community will be kind to me, because I've been seeing a lot of different stuff posted, just about how people are treating other people in the community and newcomers and things like that. But see, I'm not letting that stop me. I'm going to have fun while I'm doing this, because to be 50 years old and learning something new like this, and then actually feeling like I could go on and do something with this, I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to let other people's attitudes keep me from enjoying myself. But Chalk, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing this beautiful dance, the artistry of this dance with us as students, for making it available, and most importantly, being a phenomenal teacher. When I tell you that man, he is who he says he is. He does what he says he's going to do. And there is no question that you are going to ask him that he is not going to take it and help you understand what it is you need to do. He gives you honest feedback, so you can't come in here with little weak feelings. You know, you have to be open in order to really soak up and learn some things. And one of my favorite sayings is sometimes you have to unlearn some things to learn some things. And this is very true. I know there's been people who have had, dang, I'm outside with all the bugs and stuff. There were some people in the class, you know, that had come in having experience, and some of their bad habits had to be corrected in order for them to truly receive what Chalk was giving us in the class. So that's one of the advantages that I had coming in with no experience. I didn't have any bad habits to break. But when I tell you the feedback was always on point, and it's not nasty feedback, it's just honest feedback. He's watching you, he's studying you, he's giving you individualized attention. And that is something that is so crucial, not only the individualized attention with the instruction, but prompt feedback so that you can correct things before you start practicing them the wrong way, right? And of course, we know, you know, he's given us the basics, he's given us some rules, but there's always going to be variations. And as you work your own swag out, you're going to put certain things on how you move and things. And I get all of that. But for me, I was wide open to receive what he had to give us. And I am so glad that I took this class. And guess what? I'm not finished. Any class that Chalk has, I'm going to end up taking those classes. I am truly a believer. This is your sign, take the class. I've been in class literally for 16 weeks learning to step. And I have learned to step. I have learned. Now, have we gotten to some fancy stuff? I'm going to work on that, because now I understand the basics and I have a foundation to build upon that. But I'm going to continue to learn, and I hope to see some of you in class. And when it comes time to me going to a step or step, I hope that those of you veterans out there, you will welcome me into the fold. Chalk, thank you so much, and I look forward to taking more classes with you.